Ciao, grazie to you, thank you. Romeo Papa 80 Whiskey.
You can see this transistor already here, built in by the factory. Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have a very good news today, so stay tuned. This is a Si4732 mini pocket receiver which receives AM and SSB signals on long waves, middle waves and short wave bands. It receives also the FM broadcast stations on VHF. Due to its very small size, you can put this radio into your pocket, go hiking or walking with your dog, and listen to ham radio traffic or commercial broadcast stations from all around the world. In one of my videos, you may see how I modify my Si4732 receiver to make it even more comfortable to use and more sensitive with a small antenna connected. This inspired the manufacturer to go further and create more advanced a second version of this receiver, which includes all my modifications, plus he also built in the audio amplifier for better sound with your headphones connected to this radio. The manufacturer also created higher quality 3D printed case, which is the combination of black and red colors. All this means that you don't have to modify the Si4732 receiver, and it perfectly works straight out of the box. So let me open both radios to show you the differences on the main board, and let me show you how this second version actually works. The box includes this short manual which is written in English with the basics how to use this receiver. Then we can find in the box two different antennas. One is the so-called donut antenna, and the second one is the telescopic whip. The so-called a donut antenna, which is a loop antenna, should work from 929 kHz up to 181 MHz. But I'm not sure if this antenna will be really efficient on such high frequencies. I found this whip antenna a little more efficient than the donut antenna. Then we have here the USB-C charging cable and this silver tuning knob made of aluminium, which I don't like, and therefore I replace it by this high quality black knob with better grip. And here you can finally see both PC boards or main boards side by side. Here on the left side you can see the version 1, and on the right side you can see the second version of this receiver. On the left side there is normally missing the high-Z circuit, but you can see the high-Z circuit on my board because I modified my radio already. If you look on the second version of the board, you can see this transistor already here built in by the factory. So it enhanced the signal from the antenna coming down to this receiver chip, which is the Si4732 chip. Also, you can see here the additional audio amplifier, which is completely missing on the version 1. So definitely the sound is louder from this board of the version 2. Also, you can see that the plug for the battery is already installed. and there is no plug here in the version 1. You can see also that the boot button and reset button are missing on the board, but those two buttons are already located on the second version. Also, there are some maybe minor changes on the board. As you can see here, we have 4 passive components on the second version, but there are 5 components in the first version. 2 components are missing down here, but those 2 components are located in the second version. Also, you can see that this tiny diode has been added to the second version of this receiver, which is completely missing on the first version. Also, the ESP32 is slightly different. This one is the version ESP32S3 model N16R8, but you can find here the port for the external antenna. This is not present on the second version, so I suppose this is not for the external antenna. The only built-in antenna can be used. But normally the Bluetooth link is missing to the audio, so there is impossible to use the Bluetooth with the audio on this receiver. The version of the ESP32S3 is, I'm not sure which one, just the Vroom 1 is this model. Also, I have noticed that the speaker in the first version of the receiver is different than the speaker in the second version of the receiver. I feel that the quality of the sound produced by the speaker in the version 2 is way better and louder than from the speaker in the version 1. A following test will be comparison of the speakers on the backside of the radios between the second version of the receiver and the first version of the receiver. So I will find some station on 20 meter band and I'm going to connect my indoor magnetic loop antenna. So, what do you think, guys, about the quality of the sound from both radios? My opinion is that I feel that the sound from the second radio version is much better than from the first version. I hear more hiss from the first version, but for the second version, I think the sound is more balanced. I hear some low frequencies coming out from the speaker, and I feel more comfortable to listen the second version of this radio. Okay, so now let me go outside with a donut antenna and a vertical antenna, and let me show you the difference between those antennas on the version 2 radio. I will begin here on the loop antenna on the long wave frequency 225 kilohertz, which is the Polish radio over here. So let me turn the volume up, and I have to rotate the antenna because it is the bidirectional antenna. So you see that this is maybe the maximum what I can get from the loop antenna. Okay, so now let me use the telescopic whip. I have the telescopic whip antenna now, and let me see what is there. And back the loop antenna. Alright. So definitely this vertical whip is much better on the long wave bands. So here we have the broadcast station on middle wave in AM modulation. I'm currently on the whip antenna. Let me show you what is there. You can see the S.S8 on the whip antenna. And you can see the S6 on the loop antenna. I pointed the antenna towards Romania, which is the Radio Romania over here. Alright, let me change back to the vertical whip.
Alte organizații au cerut din nou oamenilor să se întoarcă pe străzi pentru a pune capăt, cităm, preluării puterii.
And you can see S8 on the whip antenna on middle waves.
Locală a unuia dintre marile sindicate americane a organizat totuși un meeting la Philadelphia alături de.
And here is the weak station from Russia contesting on 40-meter bands with a special call sign, I think. So let me change the antenna. Actually, I hear just very weak. So definitely the whip antenna is also the winner on a 40-meter band. Actually, I think that this is a very compromised antenna. In case you don't have any whip antenna, it's good to use this loop, but otherwise I would definitely recommend to use this vertical whip antenna. As you can see, it works pretty well on long waves and also short wave bands. And now the ham radio station on 20-meter band. I'm currently on the loop antenna.
Mike, 59 plus, roger. Okay, Peter, send for the QSO, thank you. Romeo Papa 80 Whiskey.
Okay, so let me change the antenna for a telescopic whip.
Thank you. Romeo Papa 80 Whiskey. Call for 7 Alpha Kilo Papa, booming 59 plus.
Signal 7.
Send to you, Romeo Papa 80 Whiskey.
And back to the loop antenna.
November Sierra. Lima Alpha Sierra 93 Sierra, booming 59 plus, Roger. Thank you, Romeo Papa 80 Whiskey.
Yeah, signal only S5, maybe S6.
Lima Bravo.
So back to the whip antenna.
Ciao, grazie to you, thank you. Romeo Papa 80 Whiskey.
6 to 7.
Okay, Italy, United 7 Bravo. Sugar Echo, booming signal, grazie. 59.
So definitely the whip antenna is stronger also on 20 meter. Not as much as on the long waves, but it's a little bit stronger signal here from the whip. I found the YL station, very weak station on 15 meter band on the whip antenna. So let me change the antenna for the loop. And back to the whip antenna. So definitely the whip antenna wins on a 15 meter band. Not maybe much, because this is very weak station, but I can better hear the signal on the whip antenna. Alright, so I found a weaker station from Poland over here on the VHF. So let me compare the antenna vertical, whip and the loop. You can see the S7 on the whip antenna. And go to the loop antenna now. There is no much directivity on such high frequencies, as you can see, but the signal is definitely weaker. Let me go back to the vertical.
W kolejnych dniach zimny front atmosferyczny przesunie się na południe od Dolnego Śląska po Lubelszczyznę. Spodziewane są opady deszczu. Pod koniec maja drugi Polak w historii przekroczy granicę kosmosu.
I would definitely say that the vertical antenna also wins on the VHF FM broadcast band. So, my conclusion is that all improvements which has been done in this second version of this receiver, which is a higher sensitivity, better sound, louder audio also on headphones, and much comfortable operation under the new firmware definitely make these tiny pocket SSB HF receivers so much better. The link for this second version of this receiver and also for this high quality black aluminum knob or tuning knob you will find in the video description. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this content on the channel, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to not miss any of my next video. Thanks for watching, and 73.